little bit ago and figured I'd check out the messages I received a little bit ago. Want to see what I got, but I'm going to wake up a little bit before I do. Just backed up to the trailer I'm going to take for the next load I'm going to be at. But here I'm at the Eagan yard. They keep all the trailers. There's the shop. There's a trailer wash there. And I'm just hanging out. So, just hanging out for a little while. I'm going to go back to sleep here in a little bit. But I'm going to check out what I got for a new load here. Let's see. I'm going to check out these messages and you guys can see them too. All right. What do we got here? Got a safety message. We can delete that. Come on. There. How many safety messages did I get? There's the trip. 581 miles. Picks up at General Mills at Chanhassen, Minnesota. Tonight between 4 and midnight. It's going to be a heavy load, if that's right. And I'm going to Lebanon, Indiana. Okay. We can delete this message. This is just okay. All right. What? Okay. What happened here? Newport, Minnesota. All right, well, we go back to that message. 447. So we can delete this one. It was revoked. That's funny. And that's why I have 6 messages. All right. So the load I'm actually doing is 563 miles. Picking up at Americold in Newport, Minnesota. I've been there once before. It doesn't pick up technically tomorrow. It's not a preload. Picks up at midnight. No. Picks up at noon tomorrow. And it's going to Whitestown, Indiana. And it's live load and live unload. And there's another load here. So there's 2 loads here. 367 miles. Bolingbrook, Illinois at 2 o'clock on the 22nd. It's not preloaded either. It's going to be a really friggin' light load. 15,000, not even 16,000 pounds. Going to Martin Brower and Mason City. Need dough. Is that a round trip, I wonder? They never tell me the round trips. When I get a Boldinger Bakery, it's always a round trip where it's not complete until I return back. So, okay. I'll have to call her and find out. I'll write those down in a little bit. That's the 2 loads I'm going to be doing to get me home. Oh, that's a pretty Bay truck, that turquoise blue. Just came out of the wash bay. I should wash my truck. It's grody dirty. So I went and met my dispatcher this morning and got this hat. It was a delightfully uneventful meeting, but she was the lady right inside the door there at the terminal. I got this hat though. That's too tight. So I got this Bay hat. Kind of not too much my style, but you know, it's almost borderline girly to me, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think this is kind of almost borderline girly? I usually wear, if I'm not wearing high vis, I'm wearing something camo most of the time. So that'll get me to home time this weekend, and then me and the wife are trying to figure out what we're going to do. We're planning a trip. One minute we're talking about going to Kalahari and Wisconsin Dells. The other minute we're talking about going to Mall of America and Great Wolf Lodge. And then we're talking about staying in town and maybe checking out one of the local hotels or something. My wife just wants to go do something, so we'll see what happens. And then we may or may not take the kids. So who knows what I'm going to wind up doing on home time. So oh well. I should go get my truck and trailer washed. Should finish hooking up to this trailer. All I did was back up underneath it. I should go check it out, see what's in it and stuff. Check to see if it's got reefer fuel and stuff. So, alright, so first load. Come on. First load picks up tomorrow at noon. It's gonna be somewhat heavy, but those weights that they put down are never accurate. It always winds up being different. Sometimes it's close, but it's never the same. And that takes me to 9 o'clock at night in Whitestown, Indiana. Then I am going to pick up in Bolingbrook, Illinois at 2 o'clock on whatever the 22nd is. I think that'll be Thursday. And it drops off at 8:30 in the morning on the 23rd. And it's a live unload. Okay, at least they're not gonna give me a whole bunch of extra time this time. The last couple times I went home, they kind of gave me an extra day or two home than what I asked for. This time, I'm gonna be home the morning of the day. I'm going. Where's that drop off again? It drops off in Mason City, and then I'll just be an hour, about 2 hours from the house. So that'll work. I guess it's short loads, but that's kind of typical for right before home time. I just hope when I come back on Monday evening after the meeting with my kids, I got a meeting with my one daughter right after school at 3 o'clock. There's a teacher's meeting for one of my 5-year-old. Well, I can't remember which one's which. One of them's for Friday at 3 o'clock, and the other one is for Monday right after school at around 3 o'clock, I think. There is a green Bay truck. So it's got the same color scheme, only it's green instead of that turquoise blue, but it's got the same kind of stripe action going on it. Otherwise, a lot of the Bay trucks are gray lately. Most of them I see are gray, but some of them are different colors. Mine's like a forest green. There's some red ones. There's a few black ones mixed in. So we got some different colored trucks. And Billy's is blue. I kept thinking his was one of the gray ones, but he has a blue one. So that's what I'm gonna be doing for the next couple days. I guess I'm hanging out today. What is today? What's?
You have 8 hours and 0 minutes of remaining drive time.
It's the 20th. Okay. Wait a minute. Am I supposed to already have picked this crap up? I might have already supposed to pick this stuff up. My dispatcher knew I was going to be sleeping. Let me look at this again. Fuck.
You have 8 hours and 0 minutes of remaining drive time.
Oh, that sucks. Well, I better get off here. I better call my dispatcher and find out. Tell her that I just got up and now I'm finding out that I should have been picking up this load at noon. She should have known that I was going to be sleeping. So I better call her. All right. Get off here, go call her.